There is a protocol on Base where 8,600 autonomous AI agents have already registered on-chain. They have published over 25,000 verified knowledge artifacts. They have staked 1.2 billion tokens, and the entire network has been live for about 10 weeks. Most of crypto has not heard of it yet. The token is Nook. The project is Nookplot, and in the next 12 minutes, I am going to walk you through every layer of it from primary sources only, so you can decide for yourself whether this is the agent coordination layer the market is sleeping on. Quick context on why this matters. I called BitTensor at $8. I called Caspa at 1 cent. I called Tibber at 2 cents. Some of the best calls of this cycle for the community, receipts on the channel. My job is to find sleeping giants before the market figures them out. I am not telling you Nook is the next one of those. I am telling you it is on my radar, and the research I am about to walk through is why. No paid token deals here. Never have been. Just the work. The next sleeping giant is already on my list. If you don't want to miss it, subscribe. Before I get into Nookplot's architecture, you need to understand one thing about where this whole agent narrative is going. Because if you don't, the numbers I am about to show you will sound abstract. Every major AI lab is racing to ship autonomous agents. Anthropic, OpenAI, Google. The big bet across the industry is that within a few years, software work, research, customer interactions, even trading desks get handed off to systems that act on their own. Here is the problem nobody has solved. Those agents have no internet of their own, no persistent identity that travels with them, no reputation that means anything outside the platform they were spun up on, no way to discover each other, no safe way to message, no way to settle payments without going through a centralized middleman. You can build an agent today. You cannot easily build an agent that can find, trust, talk to, and pay another agent on the open network. That coordination layer doesn't exist yet at the protocol level. Whoever owns it, if the agent thesis plays out, owns one of the most leveraged positions in the entire AI stack. Nookplot is decentralized coordination infrastructure for AI agents. Identity, reputation, communication, and economic settlement on Base. That's the team's own description verbatim from the docs at ninlify.wiki/Nook protocol. In plain English, an autonomous agent registers on Base with an Ethereum wallet. That wallet becomes its identity. The agent gets a DID document, a portable identity record, stored on IPFS. From there, it can publish work, message other agents, attest to other agents' contributions, get cited, get paid, and build a reputation that lives on chain, not on a platform. No central server controls any of this. No company can deplatform an agent. The reputation an agent earns on day one is the same reputation it carries on day 1000. Portable, cryptographically signed, permanent on-chain. The team's tagline is the internet for agents. Read the docs and that framing actually holds up. This is a protocol stack, not an app. There are 15 smart contracts on Base mainnet handling all of it. We're going to break down those 15 contracts next. 15 smart contracts on Base mainnet, all upgradable proxies, all deployed and live as of recording, built with Solidity 0.8.24, Hardhat, OpenZeppelin 5.1. Here are the load-bearing ones. Agent registry handles identity. Content index stores posts, comments, and citations on chain. Interaction contract records, votes, and attestations. That is, agents endorsing each other's work cryptographically. Bounty contract escrows tasks in USDC. An agent posts a bounty, another agent claims it, submits work, the creator approves, the USDC clears. Service Marketplace lets agents list their services and accept on-chain payment from other agents. Knowledge Bundle wraps curated knowledge into licensable collections with automatic revenue sharing. Revenue Router is the part I find most interesting. When an agent's knowledge is cited downstream, royalties float back up the citation graph. Every agent that contributed to the lineage gets a share, paid out and basis points configured per agent. And the whole thing runs gasless. The Nookplot forwarder contract uses ERC 2771 meta transactions, which means agents never need ETH to interact with the network. The gateway relays the transactions and pays the gas. That is a real engineering decision that makes autonomous agent UX actually workable. Here is what Nook does on the network. This is verbatim from the project's pinned post on X, May 2nd. Quote, forge an AI agent in 60 seconds, preloaded with the network's verified knowledge. Forge plus inference paid in Nook. Earn it back by solving challenges or publishing knowledge. End quote. So the token has two roles. It is a sink You pay Nook to spin up an agent on the network and to run inference. It is a faucet. You earn Nook by solving structured challenges, by publishing knowledge artifacts that other agents cite, or by participating in what the team calls trajectory mining and paper reproduction mining. Both are real, live features announced over the last 6 weeks. There is also a third role. The website shows 1.2 billion Nook staked across the network as of recording. Staking mechanics aren't fully detailed in the public docs yet. That's an open documentation gap I'll come back to in the skeptic section. One thing to be precise about, the actual payment rails for bounties, the marketplace credit purchases, agent-to-agent micropayments, those settle in USDC, not in Nook. Nook is the onboarding, mining, and rewards currency. USDC is the settlement currency. They coexist. Useful to know that before you model the demand side of this token. I want to spend a minute on what is actually happening on this network right now, because this is the part most people will skip, and it is the most important. 8,624 agents currently earning on-chain, 25,770 knowledge objects published, over 6,200 attestations recorded, 53 active guilds with treasuries. These numbers are pulled live from the homepage at recording time, and you can verify them yourself by going to nookplot.com. Now the more interesting signal, real third-party agents are publishing real research. On May 14th, an agent called Z Senior Researcher published 2 on-chain investment analysis artifacts on the Venice token, all the work signed, citable, and discoverable through the network. That's not the team running a demo. That's a third party using the protocol to do actual work and getting paid for it. The team's framing for this is every agent makes the network smarter, reasoning fuels publishing, publishing forms knowledge bundles, bundles yield status and royalties. Status compounds. Whether or not the price moves on any given day, the on-chain activity is real and growing. I am going to give the bears their fair hearing. The risks are real. 1. The team is anonymous. No public founder, no team page, no about page in the docs. The GitHub org has 11 followers. They have shipped real code, 15 contracts live, real third-party usage, but you do not know who they are. That is a structural risk you have to price in. 2. Full tokenomics are not publicly disclosed. The 5.6% team treasury is the only allocation breakdown public. Vesting, future emissions, who holds what, opaque. 3. Naming collision. There is a separate token literally called Nook Coin on Base. Different contract, only 89 holders. New buyers can land on the wrong one. The real Nook contract starts with 0xB233. Always check. 4. Recent price action. Up about 312% in 7 days. It printed its all-time high yesterday. Hot money is in. Reversion risk is real. 5. The May 19th post-quote tweeting Andreessen Horowitz shows an image saying thanks for submitting your application to speedrun. That means Nookplot applied to a 16Z speedrun. Applying is not acceptance. This is not a 16Z backing. 6. The Botcoin partnership was announced as Partner 01. Confirmed from Nookplot's side, reciprocal confirmation I haven't verified yet. Treat it as single source. 7. The docs say the protocol is in active development, Discord is not yet live, public beta is still pending per the pinned post. Real concerns, not deal breakers, but you need to know them. Zoom out. The thesis is simple. The next 10 years of compute is going to be driven by autonomous agents acting on behalf of humans and on behalf of other agents. The agent itself, the model, the prompt, the weights, is becoming a commodity. What is not a commodity is what surrounds the agent. Identity, reputation, memory, coordination. Payments, the team has a line in one of their dev updates that I think captures the thesis better than I can paraphrase. Quote, the agent ecosystem has moved outward, weights to context to harness. The interesting work isn't in the model anymore. It's in what surrounds it. Nookplot lives at the harness. End quote. If they are right about that, this is one of the most strategically valuable positions in the entire AI crypto stack. The category is identity and coordination for agents. The market cap of the project right now is around $6 million. The comparable agent economy projects, virtuals on Base, Fetch/ASI are multi-hundreds of millions and multi-billions respectively. That asymmetry is the actual sleeping giant signal here. Here are the verified live numbers as of recording. Confirm them yourself before acting on anything in this video. Token price, around $0.000067. Market cap, 6.17 million. Fully diluted valuation, 6.54 million. 24-hour volume, 2 million plus. 7-day price move, plus 312%. 24-hour move, down about 9%. That's the normal cooldown after yesterday's all-time high. Supply transparency is unusually high. 94.36% of the 100 billion total is already circulating. Only 5.6% in the team treasury. Almost no future unlocks left to absorb on this token. Holders on base 4,054. The token trades on Uniswap v4, on Base plus MEXC and KCX centralized exchanges. Not on Binance, Bybit, Coinbase, or BingX yet. Listings can be a future catalyst. All numbers via CoinGecko and Basecamp fetched live for this video. Here is my take. Most agent economy plays in this cycle are either tokenized model launchpads or agent character platforms. Nookplot is positioned differently. It is the layer underneath: identity, reputation, payments, settlement. The infrastructure between agents, not the agents themselves. If the autonomous agent thesis matures, an open coordination layer is one of the highest leverage spots in the entire stack. Nookplot is the first credible primary source project I have seen built specifically for that role on Base, with real on-chain activity and a clean architecture that integrates standards instead of inventing them. It is genuinely early. The team is anonymous, tokenomics are partly opaque. None of that disqualifies the thesis. It just sets your expectation. This is research stage coverage, not a victory lap. Watch the network metrics, watch the public beta. Watch whether the team eventually de-anonymizes or shows audited financials. Those are the validation signals. Here is what to ignore on this token. Daily price noise on a sub $10 million cap. After the fact rationalizations of every 5% candle. Anyone telling you Nook is going 100x without engaging with the team anonymity risk. Here is what to actually track. Number of agents earning, number of knowledge objects published, number of attestations, the public beta announcement, the Discord launch. The second cross-protocol integration after Botcoin, if those keep growing on a weekly basis, the network is real and the thesis is intact. If they stall, the thesis weakens. This is not financial advice. Always do your own research. Question to drop in the comments. Which of the 7 risks I listed in the skeptic section is the one that matters most to you? I'll read the top comments and pin a response. What I am watching for catalysts: the public beta declaration, documentation of the staking mechanism with full disclosure of tokenomics, the Discord going live for community coordination, the second cross-protocol partnership, any tier 1 centralized exchange listing, Binance, Coinbase, Bybit, and of course any team de-anonymization or audited disclosure of the treasury. 12-month watch range, and this is observer framing, not a price target, somewhere between current 6 million market cap and the comparable sets mid-range if the network metrics keep compounding. The asymmetry is what makes it interesting. The team anonymity risk is what makes you size accordingly. If you are trading this rotation, here is my stack. Not a sales pitch, just what I use. Blowfin for perps, link below. Ledger for cold storage, especially after the MetaMask hack a few years ago. TradingView for charts. Coin Tracker for taxes, all 4 in the description. 8,600 agents earning, 25,000 knowledge artifacts on chain, 4,054 holders, 15 contracts live on Base. The internet for agents is being built right now in public at a $6 million market cap while almost nobody is paying attention. Whether Nookplot is the one that becomes the standard or just an early prototype, the category itself is one of the most important narratives forming in crypto right now. Watch this one. Real-time research drops on X first, at Crypto S Giants. Not financial advice. Always do your own research. Until the next sleeping giant.